I'm happy to be here in Hong Kong for Rise. Our WeChat headquarters is actually based primarily in Guangzhou, which is only a 2-hour train ride away from here. And that's really close by, but I still know that many people outside of mainland China still struggle to understand some of the amazing transformation that's occurred within China since WeChat first released 7 years ago. So I'm a product manager at WeChat. I want to help everyone to understand the underlying dynamics of our product. Just why have so many people taken up the WeChat lifestyle, and how does it fit so seamless into our users' lives? We also have some new products that businesses outside of China can begin using in order to better connect to the WeChat ecosystem. So let's get started with an update on just how large the WeChat ecosystem has grown. So I help oversee our user growth and engagement at WeChat. And part of that role is to track the growth and healthiness of our user base. To that end, the WeChat community has grown to 877 million daily logged-in users, with a healthy year-over-year growth of 21%. So I've been regularly reporting our daily users because I sincerely believe that WeChat is the kind of product that users should be using every day. The WeChat lifestyle really is about leveraging mobile to do more tasks more conveniently and more elegantly. In that regard, it's actually better for us to take a look at how much users are using WeChat every day. So each day, over half of WeChat users are using WeChat for 90 minutes or more. So while users started using WeChat to chat with friends and family and the people they care about, they now use WeChat to do just so much more. As WeChat's usage grows, so has WeChat's coverage of the mobile internet. This is a stat that I pulled from this year's Internet Trends report by Mary Meeker. And in China, 30% of all time spent on mobile phones is spent using WeChat. In order to better understand the WeChat lifestyle, we should probably take a first look at all the different ways that a typical user uses WeChat through the course of a regular day. So let's take a look. OK, so that shows just a lot of the different touch points in the course of a normal day for the typical WeChat user. We have messaging between friends, and we have paying for stuff via WeChat at stores, and also sending money between friends. Users read articles, they shop, they play games. All of this is brought together in one place, WeChat. So let's see just how WeChat evolved into this Wechat Lifestyle by putting all these different offerings into 3 buckets, what I call the 3 C's of WeChat. First, we have communication, connection, and commerce. The WeChat product philosophy is to address our users' everyday needs and to make life more elegant and more convenient. WeChat ties together these 3 C's into a single, seamless platform. So let's start with communication. So I joined the WeChat team in 2013. And when WeChat first started developing in end of 2009, the team then recognized some important changes in the environment. Smartphones were becoming widespread throughout China, and 3G data networks provided always-on broadband everywhere. This is really a fundamental shift. First, mobile devices are always by your side. Also, you have a device that for the first time is always online. And finally, and this is really important, our mobile phones are very personal. They're very private. They're not like PCs. We don't share our mobile phones with other people. This is really key to understanding everything about the WeChat product, because these product assumptions were true then, and they're still true today. So let's take a look at some stats, how people are using WeChat to communicate. First, WeChat's sent messages traffic has climbed 67% since just a year ago. People are using WeChat to communicate more and more. Besides just sending text and photo messages, users are now using WeChat more and more to use free video and voice calls. In the PC era, video conferencing was primarily used for remote meetings or for calling your grandparents. But we're seeing a long-term trend, particularly amongst younger users, where video calls are being used for so much more. Now, a typical user is using WeChat to place 8 calls and spending over an hour a month on WeChat calls. Communication is a core value for phones, and is a core value for WeChat as well. Smartphones via software offer apps the ability to innovate at internet speeds. And WeChat's innovated just how phones can be used to communicate, whether it's through stickers, or real-time location, or group video calls that we now offer for up to 9 people. It's because WeChat succeeded in making an easy-to-use, safe, and private environment, allowing users to communicate with friends and family, that opened the door for all of the other features. For example, it's natural for celebrities and brands to want to leverage WeChat to interact with their followers. So in 2012, WeChat created the open platform with the purpose of connecting WeChat users to relevant brands and services. Our key challenge when opening a platform is to balance the needs between businesses on the platform while protecting the very private, very personal space that users have when they're interacting with friends. How do we maintain an environment when we add in businesses to WeChat that still delivers relevant content and services? Official accounts are the primary channel by which businesses communicate to WeChat users. And now there are over 20 million active official accounts from brands and businesses and individual bloggers. And many of them are broadcasting original articles to their customers on a daily basis. It's become a central way for WeChat users to consume news and information. In 2015, we did a measurement of how much time and content that WeChat users are reading via official accounts, and found that the typical WeChat user reads the equivalent to a novel worth of articles every month on WeChat. Moreover, with all of this useful information constantly generated by official accounts, users are increasingly using WeChat to find out about their favorite brands. Recently, we launched Wechat Index. This is a free service that you can hop onto now that allows brands to measure search traffic. We took this data along with the most recently published list of the top 100 global brand names to generate this ranking of the most searched brands now on WeChat. Finally, our most recent addition to WeChat's connected open platform has been mini programs, which connects users to essential online services offered by businesses and developers. It's fast to download and access, cross-platform, and just really designed to emphasize the best values of mobile and the WeChat ecosystem. So we launched mini programs just this January, and since then we've been evolving the way that they can be used so that users can connect to online services and connect to things in the real world. So here's a great example from Mobike, the bike sharing service. Every day, millions of users use WeChat. They scan a QR code on a Mobike, are able to instantly locate, unlock, and pay for a shared bike, all within Mobike's mini program. So Mobike just recently announced that currently 40% of all of their trips are being conducted via their mini program within WeChat. We see mini programs increasingly being the way that businesses can offer really convenient online services to customers going forward. The third C in our trifecta is commerce. From the product perspective, this is a super tough nut to crack. But the route to mobile payments on WeChat's been pretty unique. The first insight from the experience is that payment actually is a form of communication. We started payments on WeChat in 2013, but the real spark was in 2014 when we first introduced red packets. So users can send one another money via WeChat using red packets. It's just as easy as sending a message. And because red packets are based on an age-old tradition, it makes sending money to one another just more fun and more meaningful. In the last couple of years, red packets within WeChat have become an everyday habit for our core user base. Our core user base is we define as being users born in the 80s or the 1990s. And for this core user group, they're sending an average of 28 packets to friends every month, and sending a total of 550 RMB or about $80 US each month. By approaching payments as a form of communication, it really transforms the way that users relate to payments within WeChat. They see payments as a more private and a more personal communication mechanism, similar to the way they interact with friends and family via chat. So after we've established social payments via red packets as a common and trusted habit, the next step was to allow users to begin paying businesses via WeChat Pay. Users already have their bank card connected to WeChat for sending red packets. So the way you pay a business is actually the same way that you would add a friend in WeChat, just by scanning a QR code. We have the essential components from the user side, as they were already established habits that were formed by using other common WeChat features. It's such a natural extension of what users were already doing. And as a consequence of this, WeChat's monthly active mobile payment user base has grown to include over 600 million monthly active users. That's over 500 million consumers who are currently using WeChat every month to conduct payments on their phones. So now that you understand just how WeChat's built its app to tightly integrate our 3 Cs, communication, connection, commerce, we've combined those into a single product that we call the Wechat Lifestyle. And sometimes I hear from other people about how WeChat has just so many features. But now that I've walked you through our product design thought process, hopefully you can just see how it's taken these 3 Cs and how we've put them together into a seamless package that just makes logical sense to so many of our users. Now let's talk about how businesses can use these elements to be successful in the WeChat ecosystem. The first way is for international businesses to address the tremendous outflow of Chinese travelers. I've grabbed some data from the United Nations Annual Tourism Report. And last year, they estimated there were 135 million Chinese outbound travelers visiting destinations all around the world. Collectively, they spent a total of $261 billion US, which is actually twice the amount of the next largest country, the United States. At WeChat, we were actually able to pull some data, especially for our audience here, which is looking at our user behavior in the month of May. It's actually a really big tourism month in China because of the May 1st holiday. And we found that these were actually the top destinations outside of Greater China for our WeChat users. So Japan was actually quite far in the lead in May, followed by the United States, Thailand, South Korea, Australia, and the United States. So now I've equipped you with how users are living the WeChat lifestyle, and also with data on the growing demand for cross-border travel and commerce. So WeChat offers two products right now to help international businesses to connect into the WeChat ecosystem. First, we launched social ads in 2015, and it's since grown tremendously, allowing businesses to narrow target Chinese consumers for awareness and acquisition in WeChat's Moments feed and also in official account articles. Second, we launched WeChat Cross-Border Pay, which empowers retail and online merchants around the world to begin accepting WeChat Pay. So to dive deeper, this is actually an example of a very successful social ads campaign on WeChat. Starbucks now accepts WeChat Pay all across China at 2,600 retail stores. And they use social ads in combination with WeChat's cards and offers. Users received a 5 RMB discount offer in their WeChat social feed and saved the offer directly to their cards and offers. They made it really easy to obtain and use the offer. And that was key in building a successful integrated campaign, which resulted in a 20% click-through rate for the campaign. We also recently launched a new feature for social ads that allows international merchants to target Chinese consumers who travel abroad to 16 different countries. So here's some examples. On the left, we have an example from duty-free shops, DFS, targeting travelers to the United States. And on the right, we have a recent campaign from Cartier, and they're targeting WeChat users living or visiting Hong Kong. This ability is for tourism-related businesses. And our current plan is to make this social ads platform available next month to all international businesses. The second product we're offering to international businesses is cross-border pay. So paying with WeChat Pay has become such a habit for so many Chinese consumers. When they travel abroad, we hope that WeChat users can have the same seamless payment experience they have at home. This means allowing them pay in Chinese yuan, while your business receives payment in your local currency. To that end, we've been steadily rolling out cross-border pay all across Asia, including both East and Southeast Asia. But this week, we've just announced a major expansion to this product. First, we have just launched the cross-border pay open platform, which allows both merchants and financial institutions to automatically enroll and begin using our public platform to enable WeChat Pay with just a little bit of effort. Second, for web and app developers, like many of you here, we're working with some of the most popular payment software platforms to make WeChat Pay widely available. Developers can use these services to enable a turnkey solution for adding WeChat Pay as a payment method to their apps and gain access to over 600 million potential customers. Over the next few months, we look forward to making WeChat Pay a really easy solution to integrate if you're a business looking to tap into the Chinese consumer base. So here's some examples of how to really use the WeChat ecosystem for your business. First, our friends at DFS, the leading duty-free store, put together a really interesting integrated campaign. So you can actually use WeChat Now to scan this mini program code on the left, and that allows you to immediately shop from their store. Of course, you pay using WeChat Pay within the mini program. And after you've shopped, you can actually pick up your items in their Honolulu and in their San Francisco locations without having to wait in line. In order to help raise awareness of this, they used our social ads platform to target outbound tourists with a discount offer. So it's really about leveraging across all the different parts of the customer experience: awareness, acquisition, purchase, and post-purchase, with all the different tools that WeChat provides to businesses. Here's another interesting case study from the Singapore Tourism Board. Here we have their official account, which you can use, and offers tourists with a digital guide to Singapore. And when you're in Singapore, actually, the WeChat experience goes even deeper. You can use WeChat's Shake feature. And when you shake your phone, you immediately receive offers from over 60 different brands in the Marina Bay Sands, which can be saved to your WeChat cards and offers and redeemed in store. So again, it's about connecting at all the different portions of the traveler experience. So in summary, I want to thank the Rise team again for giving me the opportunity to share the Wechat lifestyle to you. If you're a business or you're a developer looking to connect into this WeChat ecosystem, please be sure to check out the website that we've set up at open.wechat.com, and that'll help you learn more about our WeChat Open platform. Thanks, everyone.